87 years old, who lives in the house directly across the street from the petition's proposed site. She's 87 years old. She's lived in that home for 67 years. And she's been there long enough to be a part of what was dealt with on Brewster Road when the ballparks were in full operation. And there was public urination going on over there. There was drinking, partying, all that stuff. And that was when she was a lot younger. And now she lives by herself at that address. And I'm also here tonight speaking for the other 3 residents that are on that street that are in opposition to this also, and 2 of them are here in the audience. And there's several reasons that I have here that I think is not the correct facility for this. Now, I'm not opposed to paintball guns, I'm not opposed to activities for young kids, because I think those things are all important. But what I'd like to say is the biggest safety concern that I have is the one-lane road and putting the additional traffic. There's only 4 residents that live on that road. The road is a one-lane road. You cannot pass on that road, period. You have to back up into a driveway or get out of the way when cars are coming up down the road. And again, we experienced that 27 years ago when Six Flags was there. And there's been no maintenance on that property, period, in any way, shape, or form. They don't even cut the grass there. The weeds are 6 foot tall there, right across the street from my mother's house. And I personally keep her property. She's got 3 acres there. I keep it groomed and looking good. And there's dead trees that have been dead for years, standing all up and down that road. That's right on the road that nobody's ever addressed. And and then I'm looking at several things that I see that are against city ordinance that he's asking for variances for. And one, I'm sure you guys are probably pretty familiar with those, but I'll list them anyway. Parking lot's supposed to be blacked out if you're going to run a business in your area. Trailers are not supposed to, we're not supposed to use trailers when I'm running a business out of. We have a no-bill law in your area. And that we get reminded monthly in our newsletter from the city, telling us that includes paintball guns. But in the right spot, I would say that I would understand doing a variance on something like that. The restroom problems, I think, is a big issue. And then, you know, I'm definitely pro-business in this town. I own 2 businesses in this town, and I've been in business here for 25 years. But I don't think this is the proper spot. And I'm for this type of business, because I know this type of business can't do the improvements that are necessary to run a business there. And so far, every move that's happened up there, we're well aware of the fact that that property is zoned commercial across the street from my mother's, and fully expected to be developed that way at some point. But we don't want to see it developed in this manner. You know, it's already started, as you guys have passed, you know, for a couple of the factories that are built on workmen and stuff like that. As they move up the road, the city's demanded that there's 28-foot concrete streets put in, or 26-foot concrete streets put in, not for a business. So when that business comes along, my mother will live with that, because the roads will be safer. There'll be storm sewers and 28-foot concrete streets where you can pass each other on the road. And those are huge concerns for us and all the people that live on that street. And I think that I don't want anybody in the audience to think that I'm opposed to paintball, because I think it's a great sport. I think it would work well in the right area. I just don't think I don't know the spot in Eureka. And I'm sure anybody that spoke tonight that, like this gentleman from the Legends, I know he doesn't want it in his backyard. So maybe we should move it over there, and nobody on that street wants it in our backyard.
Don't make any assumptions.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak in opposition? Please come up.
My name is Ken Rice. I live on Brewster Road too. My family and I lived there for 16 years. We've seen a little bit of what happens down there when they have some just baseball practices down there at that field, and they park in there. It's a one-lane road. That's my main thing that I want to make a point. You cannot get in and out of that lot without driving directly into the opposing lane when you come out. It's impossible. Either somebody's going to be coming up and they're going to have a head-on collision, or somebody's going to be coming out. Could be two patrons, it could be me, it could be my wife, it could be my kids, it could be anyone. The other thing is, I just want to make sure everybody knows that this is a residential area. This is not a rural area. This is not somewhere by the prison, by the prison down here in Pacific. This isn't in the woods somewhere. This is on our street where we live. And this is going to be something we're going to have to live with every single day, year in, year out, all the noise. And I know everybody's going to say it doesn't make that much noise, but I've done it before, and I know how much noise it makes. It makes just enough noise to irritate the heck out of me. There's 3 houses that the front of those houses directly face this paintball field. They're not going to be able to sit out on their front porches anymore in the afternoon, on Saturday afternoon. They're not going to be able to enjoy walking down the road without the constant boom, 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 boom in their ear. I mean, he said they could shoot 100 or 200 rounds in just a few minutes. That's a lot of noise. Whether it's high decibel or not, I don't know. But it's very, very irritating, and I know it will be. So that's the main thing that bothers me about this whole thing, is that it's going to directly invade all of our privacy. Everything we've enjoyed up there and living on Brewster Road for all these years, it's going to be taken away from us as far as being able to enjoy the outside when we want to enjoy it. I don't think that's fair, and I just want to make sure everybody knows that this is not a rural area. These things belong in rural areas and not in the middle of the city. That's it.